that we're going to be at the NEC all day on Saturday the 20th of October.
This coming Saturday.
Yes, this coming Saturday the 20th of October at the NEC, the Motorhome and Caravan Show on the Freedom to Go stand. We're also going to be doing 2 talks with Q&As at 11:30 and 2 o'clock. So do come and join us, do come and say hello. Hello everyone and welcome to our latest instalment of our Sprinter van conversion series. As you can see, we've got the kitchen all set up behind me because we fitted the gas this weekend and I've already made a cup of coffee on here and it's all very exciting. Let me show you the system that we've got. So here is our gas. We've gone for a 7 kilo 12 litre bottle and it's only going to be powering our oven and cooker, so we didn't think we need anything bigger than that. It's double the size what we had in our old van and it only cost £8 to fill up because it's LPG, which is just amazingly cheap. You might have spotted we've got the gas dropout vent there, and next to it we've got our wastewater dropout. So when we've got our sink installed, there'll be a tube going up from there. We are going to be creating a gas locker for it. It's not fully finished just yet, but obviously for safety reasons you should try and contain it as much as you can, and if there is a leak for any reason, all of the gas will just go straight out of the floor, which is what you want, rather than it being in your van with you, which is incredibly dangerous. So we've set it up so it's incredibly easy to fill up our LPG. If you go to a fuel station, you just open the sliding door and there is the fill point. We've got different adapters for when we're in different countries across Europe because they're not all the same. You just literally attach the fuel pump onto there, twist it, do a few things, and then it goes in. It's super fast, super simple. And the bottle stops before it's fully full because it's only supposed to be filled 80%. Now, we did not want to do the gas ourselves because we have got no idea about gas, and gas is an incredibly serious thing. It can kill you if it's not done correctly, if there's a gas leak or any of that sort of stuff. So we had the help from an approved official gas fitter called Andrew, who is an absolute legend and helped us install the whole thing, make sure it's totally safe and sound, advised us on all the best ways to install it and how to have ventilation, all that sort of stuff. So thank you so much, Andrew, for helping us. You're an absolute legend. And also, if you are going to be fitting it yourself, do make sure that you get it signed off by a certified gas fitter, because your safety, your health, your life is very important, and it wouldn't be worth it if there was just one little mistake. Just get it checked, just be safe. Now, shall I show you how easy it is to make a cup of coffee on the hob? You've got to excuse the incredibly grubby kettle. This has been such a legend working with us. It's been attacked over the years, melted. It's all scuffed. I've cleaned it, can't get that off, covered in dust from the workshop. But this is the first kettle me and Theo ever had, and we moved into a place together. So it's very special, even if a little bit grubby looking. So I've got my drink that I made on the hob. Nice coffee in my favourite bamboo mug. And before we answer some questions that you guys have been sending us, I just wanted to remind you all that we're going to be at the NEC all day on Saturday the 20th of October.
This coming Saturday.
Yes, this coming Saturday the 20th of October at the NEC, the Motorhome and Caravan Show on the Freedom to Go stand. We're also going to be doing 2 talks with Q&As at 11:30 and 2 o'clock. So do come and join us, do come and say hello if you happen to be there. So yeah, just wanted to let you know. And now we've got a few questions that have carried on from our last Q&A that we wanted to answer today.
So the first question is, now that you've got a proper oven, can we expect a van life cookbook or blog series? Well, I'm absolutely terrible at cooking, as you probably already know by watching our videos. B does most of the cooking.
Do any of you guys remember when he tried to cook popcorn?
I'm good at popcorn. I am good at popcorn.
Yeah, not when it's being filmed though. That was awful.
But yeah, B does most of the cooking, so it's up to her. Maybe she'll do some cooking videos. Cooking in a van is very similar to cooking in a house. There's not much difference, I don't think.
No, I mean, it's just a little bit more limited in terms of space, but to be fair, the kitchen size that we've got going on here is pretty much the same size as the one we had in the boat, but if you would like to see some of the things that we cook, then do comment below. I've recently found out that I am celiac, so we've been having a gluten-free diet, so it'll be gluten-free vegetarian food. So if you're interested in that, do comment below. I wouldn't mind filming it, but people probably think that what we eat is really boring, so.
But we've got an oven, so
Got an oven.
the opportunities are endless now.
So the next question is, why didn't you buy a left-hand drive vehicle? And this is a very popular question. We get asked this an awful lot, which is understandable because we're not going to be spending that much time in the UK, which is pretty much one of the only right-hand drive countries in the world, except for New Zealand, maybe.
And maybe we'll go there in the van. You never know. That would be cool. But yeah, it does make sense to get a left-hand drive because we're only going to be coming back to the UK for a couple of weeks a year to see family, get the van serviced and MOT'd and things like that. A bit of life admin. But it's just one of them things, like we feel that it's hard enough finding the van that you like and the van that you want in a right-hand drive in the UK. So to find a left-hand drive one in the UK, you're going to narrow your search down by a huge amount and probably end up buying something that's either not what you want or not very good. Unless you go to like Germany, source the van from there, that's very time consuming. Obviously then you have to import it to UK plates and stuff like that. I believe it's not that complicated, but it's something that we just didn't have the time to research or do. So that is why we went for a right-hand drive vehicle. And it's not a problem.
No, we don't struggle driving a right-hand drive in a left-hand drive world, and because there's always two of us in the car, if we ever get to some place where we need to open the passenger window, because that's the window it'd be if for some reason we were going through a toll, or I was going to say a drive-through, but I doubt we'll ever fit through a drive-through again, something like that, the passenger can just talk to whoever's there. So
exactly.
It's easier with the two of us. If you're on your own, it's a little bit tougher, but it's not that hard.
Driving in Europe is a lot easier than driving in the UK. When we come back to the UK, it's a lot harder to reacclimatise, reconfigure back to driving on this side.
I don't know why, but I always struggle to get back onto UK driving standards in terms of being on the correct side of the road. I just naturally want to be on the wrong side of the road.
So someone's asked us, bit of a funny question, but
It made me laugh when I wrote this down. I saw it, I was like, we'll answer that.
I do get where they're coming from. What are you doing against steamed up windows?
Wow.
I would just say, if the windows are steamed up, don't come knocking, because B's probably on the toilet. No, steamed up windows, yeah.
They happen for a number of reasons. A temperature change from the outside to the inside is the main thing. Like, I know that if you have gas heating, that can create a lot of moisture in the air. We have a diesel heater, so it's a nice dry warmth. So in theory, it shouldn't cause steamed windows. We've got a lot of ventilation going on, so hopefully we won't have any steamed up windows. But
condensation is a bad thing in a vehicle. You want as limited condensation as you can get, and hopefully we will achieve that. And the way you achieve that is just making sure your insulation is done very well, you have lots of ventilation, and like if you've got the cooker on, things like that, if we've got
the roof vents open so all the steam can go out.
Exactly. Sort of when you were just boiling your kettle, make sure the window's open, the roof vent. That's why we put the roof vent right above the kitchen, so
it can all go straight
all
out.
The smells, all the steams, all the vapours can go out of the roof vent.
Okay, so the next question we have says, I want to do a van build in a smaller Sprinter van. Would one smaller than yours work?
Definitely.
Yeah, of course. Definitely, yeah. Anything can work. It's just what you want in it.
I absolutely love the medium wheelbase Sprinter. I think they look nicer than the long wheelbase Sprinter. For us, we wanted a long wheelbase just because we're going to be living in it full time. We didn't have the options to have flares or anything like that. I think
we didn't want to sacrifice this layout.
Yeah, we wanted this layout. I think we could make this layout work in a medium wheelbase if we had the flares on the side, which if you don't know what flares are, they're the kind of sticky out bits on the bed area at the back of the van so that you can lie widthways.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They're
They were
great.
on the Winnebago that we stayed in.
Yeah,
and it was crazy good.
They worked so well on the Revel that we tried out, and it did open our eyes a little bit to that. But for us, we just needed that extra space, really. We got extra space on the roof. We got so much storage in this van, it's unbelievable. So in our garage area, we can store anything we want. We've got no limits with, you know, really how big something can be stored under there, which is amazing. The only limit is
obviously the weight.
Yeah, the weight is the limit, but in terms of like big bulky items that you want to get under there, or it's just really easy to crawl under there. And
I was actually sitting under there the other day, just I don't know why. I was sitting in there and I was like, this is totally comfortable. I mean, there's nothing in there right now, so that's how I could do that. But to go back to the question of size, you can do a van conversion or a camper van conversion in absolutely anything. I've seen people do it in cars.
Yeah.
We did our first one in a Citroen Berlingo, which is like a Renault Kangoo, is
Yeah,
that what you
yeah.
call it? There's a lot of them in Europe.
Tiny vans.
Any
But
size works, it's just what you want in it, basically.
I guess we've seen so many vans now, and we've travelled in so many vans, and it's important for us to be comfortable, and the long wheelbase Sprinter is what we're going to be most comfortable in, because we've trialled that van many different times, different vehicles, and it just fits for us. So someone said, are you re-registering as a camper van once the build is complete?
Definitely. 100% yes, we will be doing that for insurance reasons, because
There's so many benefits.
There's no point putting all this time, effort and money into a van conversion and then something happens and they will be like, well, you're not covered because it's not classified as a motorhome, it's just a panel van. And in fact, most panel van insurance companies, once they know you've modified it into a camper van, they will then not want anything to do with you anyway, because they don't cover that kind of stuff. This is what I experienced when we were trying to get insurance for it as a panel van to convert into a van. A lot of insurance companies were funny with that, so we had to firstly find someone who would be able to cover us to convert it. So definitely when you've converted it, you should 100% re-register it as a camper van, as well as the insurance. Easier. There's other things, like you said, there's so many reasons why.
So you can go faster on...
Yeah, zoom along in your home on wheels.
So obviously if it's a commercial van, a panel van, the speed limits change from panel van to motorhome, so you can go a little bit faster, normal speeds in a motorhome once it's converted, so that's a real big benefit.
And I know that some people are going to be wondering, what on earth, like how easy is it to actually change it into a camper van? It's very simple. There's a few things that you have to stick to in order for it to be classed as a motorhome.
And I think what we'll do is we'll do a dedicated video to that, so we'll actually show you the photos that we send off to the DVLA and show you the whole process of how to convert your panel van into a camper van.
But if you are curious, I will find the link to the website, the DVLA site, where it lists all the stuff you need, and I'll put it in the description, because there's a few things and I don't want to list them off because I know I'll forget something, and it's just easier if you just look into it. But it's really
straightforward.
It's very straightforward. It's pretty basic. There's, like, everyone knows the standard. You've got to have a 6-foot bed and all that sort of stuff.
We're actually very lucky in the UK for the regulations to be so relaxed. I know it's a lot tougher in Ireland, it's a lot tougher in places like Germany and Europe, but you know, in the UK we have it very, very good. So yeah, make the most of that and get your panel van registered as a motorhome, because it benefits so many ways.
So leading on from turning it into a motorhome on the DVLA logbook thingy, whatever you class it as, our van isn't that far from completion. I know what you see behind me, you're like, whatever, I can still see bare metal on the doors. We've got the wood for that, we're going to be cladding it soon. It's only literally a few weeks until we leave for Portugal now.
There's only one thing we need now, and that's a table.
That's true.
And then we can take the photos, send it off. So expect a video coming soon about how we're going to get it converted. Yeah,
because also we actually collected our solar panel yesterday. We've got all of we're going to have all of the components to finish the roof and the ceiling by the end of the week. So all of this bare naked stuff is going to be covered really soon, and I can't wait.
And it's a busy week for us with the motorhome and caravan show. We're not going to be in the workshop all the time because we're going to be there.
And we need to prepare for our talk. I'm
We
very
do.
excited about that.
But yeah, come along to our talk on Saturday at the NEC in Birmingham. It's going to be great.
Please do. It'll be very nice to see you. We've already had a lot of people say they're going to be there, which is fantastic. And we're looking forward to seeing some familiar faces and also some new faces too. So do come and say hi.
And
Don't be shy.
this is your last chance to see us before we head off to Europe. Like, we're heading off to Europe for a year before we're going to be returning back to the UK. We've got a massive trip planned.
It's exciting, guys. And
In
we're gonna
about
bring
6
you
months'
along
time.
with us.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So make sure you come and see us before we go. Farewell, goodbye for our trip to Portugal. We're moving to Portugal and then we're off on a big adventure. So
Yeah. Thanks for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one.
see you later.
Head over to theindieprojects.com/shop and check out our new merchandise. Join us on Patreon for exclusive content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.